Probably
Depends
right?
what man, like probably a bear.
So maybe a bear.
The question was,
Ladies, I promise it's not that bad. Do you guys not get how big a bear is? I'm 6 feet. A bear is up here, nigga. A bear is that. Standing up. What the f? You'd rather fight that nigga than me? I ain't gonna lie, I think that's racist. I think that's racist. Imagine the biggest you know. I mean, man or a woman. Now multiply that times 5, and that's a bear, nigga.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Man is scary. With a bear.
What I've heard about bears, they don't always attack you, right? Unless you like fuck with them. So maybe a bear.
Depends what man, but probably a bear.
Oh, 100% a bear, which is like terrifying to say, but
Definitely a bear. Some men are very scary out there.
a bear.
I would say a man.
I can understand the fear of being raped or killed by a man. I can totally empathize with that, and I understand that fear. However, that is not all men. Most men are good men. At least decent dudes that's not going to try to kill you.
the question was, would you rather be alone in the forest with a man or a bear? 7 out of the 8 women in that video clip said a bear over a man. I would choose the same. I would rather be alone in the forest with a bear than any man on this planet. The worst thing a bear could do is kill me. The worst thing a man could do is SA me before and after he murders me.
Jesus Christ, these bears are bears. The worst they can do is kill you. The worst a man can do is kill you and then rape you. I get it, but why be so damn negative? Give men a chance. We are not worse than bears, okay? I'd rather be in the forest with a man, even a bad man at the end of the day, versus a bear. You can't kill a bear with your bare hands. Ain't that some shit? You can't stab a bear. It's gonna shrug it off and still kill you and make you more pissed. You can't fight a bear unless you have a gun. You need to be packing out here.
This dude went around and asked a bunch of different women this question. Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man, assuming he means like a random man that you don't know, or a bear? All except for one answered bear. If you read through the comments, you will see why. A bear. People would believe me if I said a bear attacked me. If I get attacked, people wouldn't question me what I was wearing. If I got attacked by a bear, at least it wouldn't grape me first. I'm terrified of bears. I had a fear of bears from childhood. They scare me to my soul, and I'd still choose a bear.
Cap.
Guys think about this from a logical perspective. Women think about it from, oh, men bad. That's it. I think that's horrible that ladies have to grow up in the world feeling that they could possibly be raped by a man. That's a reality that a lot of us have to face. Luckily not me. I've never been through that, so I can't relate to it. I get it. I understand your feelings. But I can also tell you to be rational and to not just think with your emotions or your trauma, but think with logic. Just look at some of these videos of bear attacks.
The following is one of the worst bear attacks ever recorded, which left 7 people dead and 3 more injured. A subspecies of bear called the Ussuri brown bear in Japan is particularly feared due to being much bigger and aggressive than even a grizzly bear and known to attack humans. But on December 9, 1915, one of these bears completed his first kill on the Oda family. The bear broke into the house and attacked the baby, killing him instantly with a savage bite to the head before continuing the attack on the mother, brutally mauling her and dragging her into the forest to finish her off. The bear seemed to develop a love for the taste of human blood and repeatedly broke into several other houses in the next 5 days, killing a total of 7 people and injuring 3 others. Later, the bear was finally shot and killed, and this attack led the community to hunt and kill all of the Ussuri bears in the area to extinction.
Quack! 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 Side note, why the fuck did this nigga bring an arrow to the woods with a bear?
There was some sort of an expedition and their boat hit some ice, and so their boat started sinking, and they had a real problem because the next boat was hours away. So they call in a mayday for the next boat, and they climb out of the boat in time before it sinks, and they get to an ice shelter, like an ice island. And in the distance they see a polar bear, and it's many ice island away, but it keeps jumping in the water and getting closer, and then finally it gets to them. finds out what they are. It jumps in the water, pops up, grabs one guy. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Takes him, kills him, drags him in the water again, goes back on the other ice island, just starts eating him. And they're one ice island away, hoping that he doesn't stay hungry after he eats their friend. And then the boat comes and rescues him.
Probably ate him in front of them. He probably took it so they could see it.
He didn't care.
Bears have to be the most terrifying creature on the planet.
But amongst the average person, I have a much better understanding of wildlife because I'm out in the wild several times a year hunting. It's a different world. It's a different world. I'm no expert. You have to have your sorrow of watching the bear tear apart the fawn. That has to happen because if it didn't happen, you'd have too many fawns. They'd be everywhere. You'd have too many deer.
Yeah.
And you have to have someone who can take care of the bears. Otherwise, the bears will overrun the city where the humans live. And we need to think about that. And people don't want to because they don't want to shoot Yogi. They don't want to shoot Yogi and Boo Boo. They're our friends. This is a teddy bear. I grew up with a bear. You don't know what a bear is. I've seen a bear in the wild. When you see a bear in the wild, you're like, oh, you don't give a fuck about me. You're some weird, heartless beast that is majestic looking who runs around eating moose and deer babies. That's what your deal is. These things have no fear of people. Like, we could actually help the population if they hand out bear tags and people start freaking out. You can't kill the bears. You can't kill the bears. Don't you kill the bear. There's a reason why there's no fucking bears in California, Duncan. They eradicated all the grizzly bears because they were eating people. The reason why they killed all the bears is because that's what you have to do, you fuck. Do you want to be able to walk to your car?
Yes.
Okay, you don't want bears in Santa Monica. Okay, shut up. Just shut up. We're going into their territory, man. They'll come into yours too. Okay? Stop. Don't be silly. We definitely shouldn't kill all the bears. But you kill a few. Should definitely kill some.
It hurts my heart to say that, oh, I'd rather spend a day with a bear in the forest than another man. That's extremely sad. And I know girls' experience are totally different than guys' experience. You guys get hit on every single day by a creep or some dude you don't want to talk to, an older dude, something. But think about this. That old guy that came up to you, that creep that tried to talk to you or get your number, or that person that harassed you at your job, those are all outliers. They aren't the men we're talking about. They are the few that present themselves as creepy and you know to look out for them. All the other guys that you ignored, that you passed, the thousands of hundreds of dudes that you passed throughout your day, those are the rest of the men in the world. It's just the bad ones are like so clear and in front of your face. That's your whole perception of men. That's not all men. All men aren't bad. Don't get me wrong. I study psychology and I study epigenetics and how fear and trauma can run down through generations. And it's partly our fault because men, or certain men, have been so evil throughout history that your worldview of men are skewed because you're programmed almost essentially by your DNA to think that all men are bad because of past traumas or past traumas that had nothing to do with you, but what you've heard about men from your mom, your auntie, things like that. I can understand, but I'm here to tell you that that is not entirely true. Your feelings and emotions can be valid. However, you saying all men on this earth or all men are trash is just a narrative you don't want to preach to your daughters because you're going to continue the trauma that your parents or grandparents or great-great-grandparents have put on you. Now, I'm not diminishing their experiences as women. I'm just here to say that's not all true. Please don't look at all men as villains. I do need you guys to do something, though. I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to thank all of you, though, for giving me so much support on my recent videos and getting my one video, the most dangerous predator on the planet, that one, getting that up to 1,000 views. I appreciate all the subscribers, and I passed 400, and it's so surreal because I started this YouTube journey knowing that I make like semi-corny content, but I'm just being me. I'm just a goofy dude at the end of the day, and it's just so amazing because I like editing. I like making videos. This is like a therapy for me because I don't get to hang out with my friends that often. I'm too busy being a family man. So it's like these moments that I record, they're really personal to me because there's only me out here. As you see, there's nobody here but me and some deer and some bears. But I say that to say that I really do appreciate call this. I don't know what goal I'm setting. I know I want to get to 500, then 1,000, and then after that, the sky's the limit. And I've been saying that for like a year or two now, but I really appreciate it. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all later.